It was the night flight from Houston. Almost perfect visibility. You could see the lights from all the little Texas towns far below. And I was sitting next to a 52-year-old woman who had never been on a plane before. And her son had sent her a ticket and said, "Mom, you've raised 10 kids. It's time you got on a plane." She was sitting in the window seat, staring out, and she kept talking about the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper and pointing. And suddenly, I realized that she thought we were in outer space, looking down at the stars. And I said, "You know, I think those lights down there are the lights from little towns." In 1974, I went to Mexico to visit my brother, who was working as an anthropologist with the Tzotzil Indians, the last surviving Mayan tribe. Now, the Tzotzil speak a lovely bird-like language and are quite tiny physically. I towered over them. Mostly, I spent my days following the women around, since my brother wasn't really allowed to do this. We got up at 3 a.m. and began to separate the corn into 3 colors. Then we boiled it, ran to the mill and back, and finally started to make the tortillas. Now, all the other women's tortillas were 360 degrees, perfectly toasted, perfectly round. And even after a lot of practice, mine were still lopsided and charred. And when they thought I wasn't looking, they threw them to the dogs. After breakfast, we spent the rest of the day down at the river, watching the goats and braiding and unbraiding each other's hair. So usually, there wasn't that much to report. One day, the women decided to braid my hair Tzotzil style. After they did this, I saw my reflection in a puddle. I looked ridiculous. But they said, "Before we did this, you were ugly. But now, maybe you will find a husband." I lived with them in a yurt, a thatched structure shaped like a cupcake. There's a central fireplace, ringed by sleeping shelves, sort of like a dry beaver dam. Now, my Tzotzil name was Losha, which loosely translated means the ugly one with the jewels. Now, ugly, okay. I was awfully tall by local standards. But what did they mean by the jewels? I didn't find out what this meant until one night when I was taking my contact lenses out. And since I'd lost the case, I was carefully placing them on the sleeping shelf. Suddenly, I noticed that everyone was staring at me, and I realized that none of the Tzotzil had ever seen glasses, much less contacts, and that these were the jewels. The transparent, perfectly round jewels that I carefully hid on the shelf at night, and then put for for safekeeping into my eyes every morning. So I may have been ugly, but so what? I had the jewels. Full fathom 5, thy father lies. Of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but that suffers a sea change into something rich and strange. And I alone am left to tell the tale. Call me Ishmael.
The thing that's forbidden by the Tibetan Book of the Dead is crying. Crying is not allowed because it's supposedly confusing to the dead, and you don't want to summon them back because they actually can't come back. So, no crying. When Lolabelle died, our teacher said, every time you think of her, give something away or do something kind. And I said, then I'd be giving things away non-stop. And he said, so? And it took me so long to figure it out, because death is so often about regrets or guilt. Why didn't I call her? Why didn't I say that? Or it's more about you than the person who died. But finally, I saw it. The connection between love and death. And that the purpose of death is the release of love.
They say that in 1842, on a plantation in Alabama, the slaves unearthed a huge skeleton, the bones of a giant whale, a leviathan, from the time when all the world was covered with water, from the Andes to the Himalayas, and even Alabama was deep down under. And the slaves looked at the huge bones, and they said, these must be the bones of a fallen angel. These must be the bones of a fallen angel. Out on the ocean, out on the water, we look for signs of him. He looks like a giant snow in a fountain, then he disappears. He's a speck on the horizon. We see him only in parts, a flash of a tail, his beating heart. He's in pieces and parts. It's easier for a camel to slide through the eye of a needle, than to find a whale who hides at the bottom of the ocean to sail around the world in a coffee cup. Ooh, than to see a whale when he comes rising up. We see him only in parts, a fountain fins, a speck on the horizon, giant teeth and open mouth. Look out, look out, look out, look out. So hit an elephant with a dart, and he just reaches around and he pulls it out with his trunk. I would hit a whale in the heart, and the whole ocean turns red. It turns red. We see him only in parts, a flash of a tail, his beating heart, he's in pieces and parts. So get it in your head, and there may be a few things you can't recall at all, but get it in your heart, and you're in pieces and parts, in pieces and parts.
Sun's going down like a big bald head, disappearing behind the boulevard. It's Sharky's night. Yeah, it's Sharky's night tonight. And the manager says, Sharky, he's not at his desk right now. Should I take a message? Sharky says, hey, Kamasabe, long time no see. He says, hey, sport, you connect the dots, you pick up the pieces. He says, you know, I can see two tiny pictures of myself, and there's one in each of your eyes. And they're doing everything I do. Every time I light a cigarette, they light up theirs. I take a drink, and I look again, and they're drinking too. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me nuts. Sharky says, deep in the heart of darkest America, home of the brave, he says, listen to my heartbeat. Paging Mr. Sharky, white courtesy telephone, please.
Moon rises and sets in the real world, islands and hurricanes. Wind blows in from Jersey, it floats across the bay into the open ocean. It's a good day to run away. Freedom is a scary thing. Not many people really want it.
distance, I'm always leaving. That's just my way. Cool water. Now you're just another speck on the horizon, just another speck on the sea. Cool water, cool me. Stands in the harbor holding her torch. Hello, goodbye to all the men and women who pass through her port into the open ocean. Now you're just another speck on the horizon, just another speck on the sea. Cool water, cool me. Freedom is a scary thing. Not many people really want it.
In our sleep, as we speak, listen to the drums beat as we speak. In our sleep, as we speak, listen to the drums beat in our sleep.
In our sleep, as we speak, listen to the drums beat. As we speak, as we speak. In our sleep, listen to the drums beat. In our sleep,
In our sleep, as we speak, listen to the drums beat. As we speak,
in our sleep,
as we speak. Listen to the drums beat in our sleep. In our sleep.
Where we meet.
In our sleep.
Where we meet. I don't know about your dreams, but mine are sort of hackneyed. Same thing night after night. Just repetitive. And the color is really bad. And the themes are just infantile. And you always get what you want. And that's just not the way life is. I came home today and both our cars were gone, and there are all these new pink flamingos arranged in star patterns all over the lawn. And then I went into the kitchen and it looked like a tornado had hit.
And then I realized I was in the wrong house. Last night, I had that dream again. I dreamed I had to take a test in a Dairy Queen on another planet. And in this dream, I looked around, and there was this woman. She was making it all up. She was writing it all down. And she was laughing. She was laughing her head off. And I said, "Hey, give me that pen." I turned a corner in Soho today and someone looked right at me and said, "Oh no, another Laurie Anderson clone." And I said, "Look at me, look 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 at me."
See a woman who's broken.
Daddy, Daddy, it was just like you said. Now that the living outnumber the dead. Where I come from, it's a long, thin thread across an ocean, down a river of red. Now that the living outnumber the dead, I'm one of many. Daddy, Daddy, it was just like you said. Now that the living outnumber the dead. Speak my language, my language, my language. Hello, hello, hello. Here come the quick, there go the dead. Here they come, bright red. Speak my language.
Flying birds, excellent birds. Watch them fly.
There they go.
Falling snow, excellent snow. Here it comes.
Watch it fall.
Long words, excellent words.
I can hear them now.
This is the picture. I'm sitting by the window, watching the snow fall. I'm looking out, and I'm moving, I'm turning in time. Jump up, and I can land on my feet. Look out! This is the picture. This is the picture. This is the picture.
only gone out and the air was thin. It was the kind of night that the cat would drag in. I'll never forget it. We had a fight. Then you turned around, turned on the light. You left our bed. Then you moved downstairs to live with her instead. Yeah, just one floor and a shout away. I guess I should have moved, but I decided to stay. Did I drink some poison that I don't remember now? And every night I open all the windows, I let a cold dark wind blow through. I play loud organ music, and I talk to myself and dream of you. Uh-oh, I hear voices coming up through the pipes, through all the springs in my bed, and up through the lights. Volume goes up and drops back down. I can hear the two of you playing records, moving furniture and fooling around. Did I drink some poison? Did I drink some poison that I don't remember now? That I don't remember now. Is the blood on my hands? No, my hands are clean. Did I do something in another lifetime that was really, really me? Yeah, I'm hearing voices. Am I losing my mind? Think I'm going crazy, gotta get out. Run into the street, start to shout. Get out of my way, get out, get out. Did I drink some poison that I don't remember now? Is the blood on my hands? Did I do something in another lifetime that was really, really me? A small bullet, a piece of glass, and your heart just grows